Hai, saya Nurul Wahidah binti Othaman. Saya merupakan ahli fizioterapi untuk pasukan NRDP Malaysia, wanita bawah 18 dan 20 tahun. Saya bermula sebagai volunteer untuk kejohanan Ragbi 10 side pada tahun 2017. From there on, the medical team called me for any rugby tournaments. Then if they require my service as for team physiotherapist lah. And currently I'm with the pasukan NRDP Malaysia. Pengalaman bersama player rugby. Of course, there's a lot of bittersweet memories with them. Bila saya handle all the injuries, a lot of different injuries every tournament is definitely a new experience for me. Memang ada setengah player rugby memang manja, yes, you can say that. But manja cannot be perceived as a bad word lah. It's okay to be manja because they are worried about their injuries. So all we have to do is just make sure they are calm down and treat them accordingly. Sepanjang my experience cover for rugby tournament, I've seen a lot of major and also minor injuries lah. So all the major injuries include concussion, all those lacerations, and of course there's maybe we see it as simple injuries, but in the end they have to rush into a hospital because of something going on inside, yeah. And then for minor injuries, strain, sprain, contusion, yeah, that's quite normal lah. Okay, the awareness is there, but it could have been better, definitely. The thing about physiotherapy, especially in sports rehab, yeah, once they get injured, they see the doctor, they get their proper medication and so on and whatnot. Then they don't know what to do next. Okay, so if they get treatment at the hospital, for example, and then it stopped there, then they rush into return to sport. They rush into going back to playing rugby or so on and so forth. Okay, but that window that after being treated by a doctor and before return to sport, there's not enough awareness that they should be properly rehab, properly treating themselves in order to be able to play better and without any recurrence of injuries. So I remember this particular experience. This lady player lah, this women's player, dia kena pijak dekat perut. Okay, so after assessing and everything, so everything was fine. So she's able to walk, the heart rate, everything was fine in terms of the vitals. So we said if the pain comes back and then just come back to us, report and everything lah. So then shortly after she came back, she said the pain is still there. So being a physiotherapist on field, it's very important for you to make safe diagnosis, meaning safe treatment and assessment rather than being correct. Funny moments yang saya tak boleh lupa is masa saya pergi ke Bangkok with the NRDP team. Okay, so usually after game we will set a time lah if they want to come to my hotel room for any treatment ke apa ke. Usually roughly about like 9:30 PM like that. So usually of course lah with all these players, they will bombard me with all the text message. Betul ke, boleh ke macam ni, saya sakit sini-sini, even past 10 PM when they're supposed to be sleeping. And even some of them lepas pukul 10 pun ada je ketuk pintu macam, "Kak, tolong," nak suruh being treated ke apa ke, ya. So for me that's kind of funny lah, yeah. Even though they're supposed to sleep at that time. In my opinion, the media coverage for physiotherapy is definitely not enough. Could have been better. Okay, because our job is, it's not glamorous. We are basically helping players to get back on their feet. So by doing so, we are creating more awareness in the public eye lah in terms of what our profession, what we do for the sports teams and all that. Yeah, and that's why I would like to thank Ragbi.my for highlighting this profession for the first time ever in the magazine. Untuk adik-adik lepasan SPM, kalau mereka berminat untuk pursue physiotherapy course, okay, so basically what you have to do after SPM, ada foundation in science if I'm not mistaken, then you can proceed with Bachelor of Physiotherapy. It's a degree, roughly about 4 years. Okay, if not after SPM, you can go straight to Diploma in Physiotherapy for 3 years. Terima kasih Ragbi.my dan jangan lupa subscribe YouTube channel Ragbi.my.